What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Everything Rollerblading. Today we're going to be going over the Kizer shift frame, not to be confused with the shift skate. Alright, so pretty simple. I'm sure most of you guys already know about it. You got options on this frame, right? You got your middle, which is the anti-rocker. You got your flat rocker, flat sit-up. You got your Type M freestyle, whatever you want to call it, right? So it comes with 6 blocks, which gives you 3 options, okay? It's very, very simple in the beginning phase, which is boom, click it in, put the screws in, right? Take it back out, take the next one, whatever you want, right? Click it in, put the screws in, and so forth. Alright, so basically here is the frame again as the freestyle. Here is the frame as anti-rocker, okay? I've stuck it with some more frames. We got the Fluid 5, Fluid 4, Type M, the T-neck frame, and then the ground control FLT3. Alright, so, and then this is the block for the shift frame that is for flat, because there's 3 different types of blocks. Alright, so this is kind of you being able to look across the blocks here, get your comparison, hopefully not get too dizzy while you're doing it. Alright, now we're going to go across the blocks this way. Alright, hopefully that gives you somewhat of a comparison of how these blocks are. So for all you guys that know Kizer, let's just go over the basics to see what are the differences, or are there any, to the freestyle and the anti-rocker. In other words, Type M versus shift, right? So giving a look at it, it's pretty much the same concept. The difference is they've stopped the block and they add a little bit of a lip. So basically it's better. It's a Type M with just a little bit more protection. Alright, so that's for your freestyle block. Now, let's go move on to your anti-rocker block. My guess would be Fluid 4. Put it next to it. It is the exact same groove. It's actually a little bit larger. Okay? Now, the fallback on it is it does stick out a little bit more. In other words, if you had them flat, it's a little bit, well, it's a good amount higher, okay? So you're not going to be as close to the ground grinding. And then, last but not least, if you put in the flat rocker, I don't know why I call it flat rocker, man, but you put that block in, which this is a German frame, so if you know anything about German engineering, yes, perfection is nice, but it's not fun when you have to work on it. So, my idea was Fluid 5. Is it close? It has a kind of wild look to it, right? There's your Fluid 5. And once again, same idea, same groove, but better because it's got a bigger lip, and it actually bows out a little bit less, giving you more room on that rail, right? And your wheels are protected, almost like having an idea of a T-neck frame, kind of, right? So all 3 blocks are very similar to the 3 types of frames that they make currently, and they are better than before. So it's kind of what you expect from a company, right? For those of you thinking, wait, no, I don't have a scale right here, I can tell you from the comparisons that I've done and the feel outs, yes, they have a little bit more weight. The reason being is there's a little bit more metal involved in this frame, okay? Speaking of perfection, as you can see, they come with these little metal rivets. For those of you who used to skate rollerblade or some of the old skates, roughly 20 years ago, you remember these. So what it gives you the option to put smaller wheels in, but make them stick out more, right? Stuff like that, or the other way around. So I believe that's adding a little bit more weight, and they do have a lot of reinforcements. And compared to the old Type M blocks, these aren't closed anymore; they're open, so they they made modifications in different places to counterbalance it. So weight is really the same thing. It might feel just slightly heavier because of these metal. I don't think it's enough for you to notice. That, I think it's a great frame. I have skated this thing on ledges, rails, PVC, bad curbs, good curbs. Yes, I'm already almost on the frame. I'm not complaining. In Europe, you can buy these blocks. Probably going to do that. Currently, I would say the competitor for me personally, because yes, it's on the skate right now, is the Freestyle 50/50 frame. That's a whole nother video. We'll get into that because these are still in the... You can still buy them. I didn't know that. That being said, if you like options, yes, they're a little bit pricey. They are going to last you a while. And if you're a beginner, if you're great, if you're... It doesn't matter. It has options, and it's great because all these options are in one frame. So all you're doing is you're taking the block out. You don't have to worry about the UFS screws, wheels, all that kind of crazy stuff, right? Yeah, okay, you got to add your anti-rockers or your flat, but it simplifies the whole thing, and they slide like crazy. If you've skated super fluids, if not, you should. I think they're even faster. For anyone stateside, if you do... support the channel or, need wheels. I normally don't really advertise stuff that much, but Murder Militia wheels, I do have a wheel with them. I have had very few issues with these wheels. They last. They run down to the core, so I essentially don't throw, this is a used one, I don't throw them away. Like, I'll put them on a different setup, a rainy day setup, whatever, like. The only thing I have is they get smaller and slower, but that's like every wheel. But yeah, so if you want to, support or anything like that, I really don't get anything out of it, but I'm trying to just help out the company. And, like any relevant company wants to succeed. So if you do want to buy some wheels, I know Craig's got a pro wheel, we got a team wheel. Chris Edward has a wheel, check it out. And like always, we got skating clips afterwards. And thanks for watching.
Yeah, that was kind of